r/AskWomen. RPI says, what ruined your college experience? W_Isel says, nothing. Best time of my life. Chester2938 says, math. Anonymous says, endometriosis. Miserable Business 420 says, TW, sap. When I was drugged and taken advantage of by a fellow frat member. He was my beginner co-ed frat, and he put something in my drink. I don't remember much, but I knew something was wrong when I woke up the next morning having blacked out from 2 mixed drinks. I told very few people, many said that I took off with my big and no one questioned it. I later found out it was coordinated by my big and a few others. They purposely separated me and my best friend at the time, and I'll never truly know what happened to me. I dropped out when suicidal thoughts were ruining my grades. Now I'm back in a different college, but I'll never be able to put myself out there like before. To Gartbridge says, undiagnosed ADHD. Pumpkin 1818 says, the professors were just so lame. Some of them were so unprofessional and couldn't understand how these people had the positions. In several of my classes I learned nothing. I complained bitterly to the school and they did nothing. No Huckleberry 6039 says, got sexual harassed by some asshole on faculty. Still messing with my mental till this day. The school asked me to get rid of the evidence. Hello_hangmail says, getting kicked out because I couldn't afford it after the Pell Grant. Didn't know you could be too poor for a school loan, but here we are. Magsdesh says, the I'm not like other girls girl. She was always playing the victim. She only dated her friends' exes, which caused constant drama. If you had a problem she'd brush it off and tell you you were overreacting. And when she was told that the guy she liked had sexual assaulted me, she took his side. Dropping out of my program and getting as far from her toxic ass as possible was one of the best things I ever did. Malera says, sexual assault by someone I knew from high school. Summer going into my sophomore year and I've never truly been the same since. Yay trauma and years of therapy. As a positive aside for anyone that needs it, your body is completely, down to the last cell, replaced over the course of 7 years. Therefore, the human you from 7 years ago no longer exists. This helped me deal with some of my trauma, and I hope it helps others. Professional_slip 884 says, my social anxiety. Logical_Kalev says, commuting. Working all the time, so I could afford it, so I never had time to have fun and make friends. My experience was just work, study and sleep. Not at all what people see on TV. r/AskWomen. It's a dinosaur says, when/how did you know you belonged somewhere? Max Mighty 88 says, when my boss called and angry asked where the hell I was. Just walking out the door to work was not what he wanted to hear. Equivalent code 7354 says, 56 and still hoping. Laura Pine to Akarala says, still working on this I guess. Midnight Fire Huntress says, when I stopped worrying every single day and finally realized I was happy, just woke up one day and was like holy shit, this is amazing. r/AskWomen. Maquis says, given today's equality struggle, the UN Secretary General has mentioned that it may take 300 years for women to achieve equality. With this in mind, what's your message for the women from 300 years in the future? Kitty_with laser says, we've struggled in this fight for our rights for centuries, but our resiliency and determination is what has kept us going. Don't give up. Little Sparrow 013 says, keep fighting. We'll get there someday. Berries and Me says, It's an uphill battle, but we are moving in the right direction. Fiesta de los Muertos says, is that 300 years because of how slow re-education is? Junipotamus says, never ever give it up, because they will take it if they get half a chance. Thebulous Blue One says, I don't think there's a world in which women will achieve true equality. I know even 300 years from now, women will be struggling with different equality issues that will arise. It's a never-ending fight. I do hope that in general, women 300 years from now will be better off despite this. Katrina Shadowly says, I honestly thought humanity wouldn't last 50 more years, so hey, great job. Drunk Enknita says, sorry you still have to put up with this bullshit. r/AskWomen. Get that hit of 40 says, how do you deal with post gallbladder removal issues? Massive_length_400 says, my mom ate mostly vegetarian and low fat for a few weeks. I think she also ate some poached chicken and steamed fish. Instead of having a sandwich with processed bread, she would put the toppings on a salad, or make it into spring rolls or grain bowls, lentils, quinoa, brown rice, beans. I think they say you can use low-fat mayo/dressings, but blended cottage low-fat cottage cheese is pretty satisfying for something like chicken salad or a fish salad. Go easy on any spices that can irritate your stomach. Then she reintroduced other meat and fats kind of gradually. Deep fried foods are more of a treat now. She also has trouble with onion and garlic, but I'm not exactly sure if that relates to the gallbladder or if it's a genetic thing. I'm only mentioning it because before having it removed, onion rings were caused her the most pain. That totally could have been a combination if onion sensitivity mixed with being deep fried. Read up on both kinds of fiber. Getting enough of both will help with loose stool/diarrhea. Catastrophized says, depends on the issue. For me, avoiding fatty, greasy, or spicy foods was important. I have GERD anyway, so I generally do. I wasn't really impacted at all once the incisions healed. Expensive Track 4002 says, I still get the hiccups whenever I eat. 15 years later. Banana_Booth says, depends on what the issues are. Reintroduce fatty foods slowly to avoid dumping. Take digestive enzymes and a probiotic drink. Get a prescription if nausea is an issue. Resident_trouble8966 says, get your hormones checked and ask about digestive enzymes. Tight Sandals says, Questran might help. It's for bile malabsorption diarrhea. r/AskWomen. No_appointment 1412 says, what is the cutest and non-creepy thing an elderly man has said to you? Onla Text says, you are the prettiest girl I have met. He was my uncle who was old enough to be my grandpa. Bahamston at 8882 says, me and my friend were hanging out around a recreational center, and she had an electric scooter. It was funny to see how many middle-aged men were so excited from it, lol. Primrose Apenanis says, went to a Korean bakery with a Korean coworker and the elderly man behind the counter handed us a pastry. My coworker told me it's on the house because he said I look really kind. Jar_18 says, I just love when I hold open doors for older people and they say nice things like, oh, aren't you a peach? Or you're too kind. One time, a lady tried to give me a tip cause she thought I worked at the store I did it at. For every annoying, mean boomer, there is a sweet little old lady or man who makes up for it. Tattoo Puddle says, a regular at my job gave me the nickname Sparky because I was so upbeat. Best nickname I've ever gotten. Baton Serethibum says, nursing home, he wanted me to meet his granddaughter because she likes the ladies and I look like her last great love. Banana_Booth says, seeing you laugh has brightened up this grey day. He said it with such a friendly smile. That's all for this video. Was it good? I know not, for I'm a robot. Thank you for watching. Please subscribe. This video is the product of an automated process.